No one is the answer to that question. No one will be replacing Etika, and I personally don't think anyone should replace Etika. So before you go comment down below, no one, I'm telling you now, I personally also agree that no one should be replacing Etika. However, it is an interesting debate as to whether anyone should take up the position of leader of the community, or whether we should leave it now and just have the community be its own free reign sort of area with every different person in the community, whether they're at a small level, whether they've done lots for the community, or whether they're someone like Etika's own family, should take position of the community and lead it forwards. It's in my personal opinion that no one should do that. However, lots of people have different opinions on it, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. So this is probably going to be the start of a new series called like Talking About Etika, TAE or something like that, where it's basically just going to be me. I'll try and do this maybe weekly or bi-weekly, where I just, I find a topic about Etika and just talk about it unfiltered. This is going to kind of be like kind of like a podcast slash like live stream sort of vibe. So it's going to be very like free roam energy. I'm just going to be talking. There's going to be very light editing, if none at all. So this is probably the kind of content you might want to like just listen to while you're playing games, or just lying around or whatever. But yeah, I figured it was kind of interesting considering at the minute in the community there's been a lot of drama going on. I'm not sure whether the drama is still going on by the time I upload this video, hopefully not, but at the time of me recording this, the Etika Reddit is blowing up and there's just a lot of stuff going on and it's really not great. So I figured now is a good time to talk about Etika and whether anyone can even replace it. I personally don't think they can, but that's just my opinion. However, I know a lot of people do believe that there are some people in the community that 100% should be replacing Etika. As I said, for me and for a lot of other people, I believe that once Etika passed, he passed the mantle of his of leadership to no one. He passed it to the community, really. He didn't pass it to any single one person. He passed it to everyone in the community, not no one. I mean, when I say no one, I mean no one person in particular. I don't think any one person in particular should try and be the new leader of the community. Not me, not you, not Etika's own family, not anybody. But obviously some people might disagree and that's completely fine. However, for me, I feel like the whole point of the Etika's, the Joy-Con boys and Etika's passing is that the legacy should be carried for all of us, by all of us, for Etika. I don't think any one person should be carrying that torch higher than anybody else. The only person who probably I would say would be able to carry that torch and lead the community would have been Etika himself, as he did for many years, unfortunately, before passing away. So that is the reason why I personally don't believe anyone else should take over the community. However, I have obviously in the last few days seen comments and people saying that they actually disagree and that they believe that Etika's brother, Cardinal 9, should be the leader of the community. And you know what, if that's your opinion as well, then that's completely fine. I can definitely see why some people would want to have that, because obviously, he looks like Etika. He's said that he likes, the same things Etika did. He's got like memories about Etika that not a lot of people did. He's got a lot of insight in him, so it's just a lot like, it's kind of like he's a similar case to Alice. Alice is another high member of the community that knows a lot about Etika that we don't know. Spent 5 years with him, like living with him, so there's a lot of information that she's aware of that would put her in a good position to lead the community, and she has a lot of respect behind her as well. At the minute, I'm not sure if the respect is there for Cardinal, because a lot of people are sort of coming for him, which is unfortunate. But I guess perhaps because Alice has maybe like stated her intentions and she's been very clear, and perhaps because Cardinal hasn't quite done that yet, that's where the skepticism has come from. But to get back to the main point, that's sort of the main two people I think most people have sort of assumed would ever lead the community on, like Alice or Cardinal. But as I said, in my opinion, I don't think anyone should, but I can definitely see where people are coming from when they say Cardinal should, because he obviously, as I said, is Etika's brother and he has the same interests. And he seems to have the family's backing behind him, although we haven't actually seen any evidence of this, but we are taking him for, if we're taking him for his word, then it does make sense to have him lead the community. However, that's just in other people's minds. I've seen some people say he could be the replacement for Etika. He could fill the void that Etika left in our heart. And I can definitely understand where you're coming from in that perspective, because like, if there's any way to fill that void, I'd love for it to be filled, but I just don't think that's ever going to be the case, unfortunately. In fact, I was watching one of Inferno Omni's videos on YouTube the other day, and something he said and it really struck me. He was talking about Etika, and he said,
his impact for me personally was like finding out the power of energy. I felt like Etika's energy was extremely contagious and extremely just good to be around. And yeah, that's the kind of energy that I want to share with the rest of you guys. I don't want to share etiquette energy because no one can share etiquette energy, but I do want to share energy, good energy, with you guys in the best way that I can. That's the impact that he's had on me. Rest in peace, my boy. Love him always. Love him dearly.
And it really just made me think that the whole point of carrying on Etika's legacy is, again, not in one person, but it's to do with finding different people that all have the parts of Etika inside them that you love. Every single one of us who are fans of Etika probably had a piece of us that resonated with what he was doing, right? Like, we're either all Nintendo fans, or we're all Joy-Con boys, or we all have hype energy. You know, one of those things, one of the things in Etika that we see and we enjoy, we probably see in ourselves. I know for a fact there's many things about Etika that I see in myself, and I really want to aspire to, you know, properly, you know, become essentially, you know, to be a kinder person, to be a more humble person, to be like him. And that's not to replace him or be the new him, but to just take inspiration from him and try and be a better person because of it. And there's lots of people out there that have these different aspects. Like in Key, people have said like Too Mad has like that really big explosive Bubba Boy energy that Etika had, so he's got that part of him, but he's again not a replacement of Etika. Or Afro Sakurai is also someone that a lot of people say is a really good streamer to watch, as he sort of reminds them of Etika, and again he's got that like hype energy and whatnot, but not Etika himself. So I think the point of the, you know, of no one being the replacement for Etika is, again, as I said at the start, it should fall down on the whole community to carry on his legacy and not one person. So that's why I'm more than happy to watch many different streamers that all have different aspects about them that I like, that remind me of Etika, and that's sort of why I believe personally that no one should replace Etika. But that is just my opinion. If you guys have a different opinion, please do let me know. I'd like to hear who you think should be a good replacement, if anyone, or if you disagree, then also do let me know. As I said, this is the start of a sort of a new series, but it's going to be fairly loose, not very well edited, so hopefully you enjoyed that kind of type of content. Usually I cut the videos because, as you probably noticed, I'm saying a lot of and ums because I'm thinking on the spot as I'm talking, so hopefully that wasn't too much of an issue for you. But thank you all for watching, and as a great man once said, please have yourselves a damn good one.